kidding me? Guy could have had a modeling career if I wanted to. Name's Alex Woody. Nice to meet you. Welcome to Midnight in the Bay podcast. A 41-year-old made this beat. I look like I'm 41. I ain't. I'm actually 19. Guy, wow. Monday's over. Thank God, right? Is it Friday yet? Oh, that's a classic office joke. It's episode 228, The Weight I Wish I Was. Look at these man chops right here. Oh, but the wife loves them. She grabs them. I'm like, you sure you didn't like your lesbian experience back in the day? She'll kill me when she hears this. Guy, I am so happy to be here. We gotta turn the lighting up so you can see my whole face. Hi, whoa! You can see me a little better. There's a lot more audio listeners for this podcast than there is video. Okay, there's a reason I think I am too attractive. Yeah, I think people were getting too turned on, and people were getting divorced. So now they are only audio listeners, and now they got new husbands or new wives. Hey, men! I've had some men hit on me before too. Not bragging, all right, guy. Had tremendous shows over the weekend. Let me tell you, that's comedy shows. I don't know if you guys thought, if you're a new listener, if I was like a porn star or something. Nope, just a dad, a lover, and a comedian. Stole this shirt from YouTube when I worked there in 2012. Shit, I shouldn't have said that. Arrested. Couldn't make it on last week because I was arrested for admitting a crime on a podcast that no one listens to. Guy, I am happy for the people that showed up to my comedy shows over the weekend. I had a bunch, aka 6. That's a lot for me, just with the whole pandemic and me not being famous. I haven't been doing a lot, but my beard is red and I have optimism, okay? I had a show on Thursday. Let me tell you, I had a show on Thursday. There was about 8 people. Yeah, it was packed. And my wife's aunt and uncle came, okay? They've never been to a show. I always get more nervous when I know people are there, but if my friends, they've seen me bomb on stage and in real life. You know what I mean? They're used to, oh yeah, they've had to hold back a lot of women and men, like, oh yeah, he didn't mean to say that, he doesn't know what joking is. And so I don't mind them, but when, family comes or people that have never seen me come, like my wife, she's never seen me come. That's a lie. I have a kid. I know that's science. I smoked weed, that's why I keep going. When people haven't seen me before, it's a little nerve-wracking, especially when there's only 8 people there. you know, it's like really intimate. You feel like you're at a house party and you're stopping everyone from talking, which never happens. You know what I mean? And now you have to amuse them. Okay, so I'm up there. I see the aunt and uncle right there. I'm like, oh my God, Jesus! Hope they don't kill me over these Mexican jokes, And then I got this biracial family up front with the 2 black teenage daughters looking at me, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror in the back, and I'm like, they don't want to hear me. I'm enemy number 1. You know what I mean? They don't want to listen to a skinhead. And so every joke I was doing, I look at them, and they're like, oh God, what is the science teacher trying to tell jokes before he teaches? And so their parents laughed at a couple. I did one joke about how, we adopted a cat, but I don't say cat. I'm like, we adopted a half black, half white, baby. And they're like, oh my God. And that family, the white wife and the black guy, he's like, oh my God. They're like, oh, I can see them mouthing, you are so brave. And I'm like, oh God, this is. And then I reveal cat, kitten, and they're like, oh God. It was like I saw this comedian on stage over the weekend. He was like, I'm gay. Like he was trying to be funny. And this huge group of like 20 people go, "Oh my God, we're gay too." And I could see his face because I know he's not gay. I could see his face go, "Eesh." I think he was an idiot and said, yeah, I'm not gay. And I just saw like disappointment in their faces. They kind of knew once they realized he was wearing an American flag t-shirt and a MAGA hat. They're like, oh yeah, that was a lie. So I, got these 8 people at the show, and then Dan Uncle, I'm not even looking at them. Sometimes when I do comedy, I won't, and I'm like, and the set's not going well, I'll look like in the corner or like, I can do this. Okay. It looks like I'm looking at the screen right now, but I'm not. I'm like, I don't know if it's like from like just years of smoking weed and getting drunk, but I'm staring towards you, but not really at you, and I'm kind of maybe I am handicapped. I don't know, but I'm not looking at you. Okay, and that's what I was doing with her family. I am not looking at them during these jokes. And I heard them laugh though, and so that was nice. But I think they were incredibly high. Her uncle was oh fuck! I got too much high. I've been there, guy. Indica, it's a diva. You're a lot, especially when you mix them. So overall the set was all right. But I hate sometimes when it's like a really small group because then your numbers of people liking you uh, go down. You know what I mean? It's a numbers game, especially when you're like a newer comedian and people don't know you. You gotta earn their fucking laughter, which I think makes you good, right? And that's how you become fucking big. So we're earning the laughter, one biracial couple at a time. Let me tell you. I know I got the bald people on my side. Every time I see a bald person, I'm like, oh, he's gonna laugh. You know what I mean? Yes, and I bet you black comedians feel the same way. It's like all white crowd and then like one black guy. Like, okay, I'm looking at him when I tell the jokes. It's just it's like a comfortability thing. So that was Thursday, and then Friday I did 2 shows at the same place. Complete opposite thing. The crowds were there to have a good time. Okay, the crowd Thursday, they're acting like they're at home watching Netflix. They're just on the couch and they're like talking to each other. They're not laughing like with you, like, hey, there's a difference. So Friday, the 7 o'clock show, people, they're in a comedy show before they go out. You know what I mean? And they were loosey goosey having a good time. And that makes the show so much better when people are like, let's boogie. And I'm like, okay, let's fucking boogie. Da-na-na, and I could just get in the swing of fucking yeah, pussies, yeah. I can get my jokes. So uh, that was cool, and I didn't know anyone in those crowds. I always do better when I don't know anyone in the crowd because I'm not worried about what people think because I never have to see these people again. You know what I mean? I could whip it out. I could show them a fucking nutsack. I can show my butthole if I want to. And they're not okay. I'm not, guys. I'm not a burlesque comedian, but maybe I get more gigs that way, especially in San Francisco. But I don't know. We'll see what the future intends. But basically, those fun crowds, you could just do whatever. You could just dicks are crazy, right? They're just there to have a good time. Makes the job a little more fun. Like makes making $20 or getting paid in weed a lot better. You know what I mean? So, um, don't mind working. Oh, if you were paying me $1 million for a comedy show, I'd die for you. Oh, but maybe I should be thinking about that with these $20 shows. Who knows? Yeah, comedians make $20 a show. It's no joke. Crazy. I'm shocked. My wife, I won't say lets me do comedy, but lets me do comedy. She's on board for it, right? Because she sees how much I love it. And I made her laugh the other day until she almost peed her pants. So she acts like she doesn't laugh at my shit in front of people, but you know what? You're lucky we're not in another country. I'll tell her that. You're lucky we're not in another country. You can see why she doesn't laugh. I'll tell her that, we're not other religions and you're not covered up, She's going out with the leggings to the superstore. You can see everything. You're like, right now it would be nice to be one of those religions where the wife is covered up. She's like, I'm like telling her, hey, I'm gonna go to the store with you, my wife knows how to get me to go to the grocery store with her. She'll just wear leggings, you can see, and she'll wear a thong if she wants me to carry the bags too. No, she'll wear a thong if she wants me to pay for it. I'm standing behind her like, okay, okay, nothing to film here, nothing to film here. When my wife walks through a grocery store in leggings, it's like walking the red carpet at the Oscars. Everyone's getting their cameras out, taking. And I'm like, hey, no paparazzi, no paparazzi. Oh man, that's funny. I saw a comedian at the Grammys last night wear a helmet when he went on stage to present some award, and he made a joke about how like his face is still like you could like still see his face. I thought it was funny. The joke something I would do. Like, yeah, it'd be hilarious if I go with a helmet. Like your face is still exposed. Will Smith can still bitch slap you across the face. Ooh, that is terrifying, man. Slapping, that's that's more terrifying than a punch. You know what I mean? Because a slap is just embarrassing. I can see why my wife gets upset when I slap her on the ass at the store. But you gotta do that to show the fucking guys there, like, hey, this is mine. It's like a dog pissing on its property. Like, hey, dogs, don't you're not pissing over here. Like, I'm gonna piss on this house and make the owners repaint it, not you. Wish I didn't chug on my beer. I got nothing to fucking clear my throat. Mm. Oh, a little drop, a little drop. That was nice. Oh my god. So make sure you follow my Instagram _Alex Woody Comedy so you can see me live, so you can realize that your life's not that bad now. So you can, get the full experience. I don't think we get the full experience here of me, and I'm not meaning that in a sexual way either. I mean, you want to get the full, like, oh my God, this guy is crazy. You want to see it in my eyes, right? So um, come see me live. Um, I won't actually come live, okay? I do that in private. I get embarrassed. I've never gotten these cuckold things, like a cuck, Um, like, I don't get that, I don't want my wife to have sex with another man and realize what good sex is again. She's forgotten that. It's been almost 10 years. Let's keep it that way because as soon as it's over. I mean, thank God she doesn't watch porn. I'd be homeless. So come see me perform live, COME, sickos, and you won't regret it, or maybe you will. I had a friend tell me that he only smokes weed before he goes to bed. I go, you're smoking right now. It's noon. He's like, yeah, I'm about to take a nap. Okay, good guy. Okay. Um, I'm a stoner when you say, doing criminal shit as a kid is fun. Doing it as an adult, stressful, very stressful. I remember stealing a candy bar as a kid in the grocery store line. You're going through the cashier, you're waiting for someone, you just take a candy bar, put it in your pocket, no big deal. You tell your friends, you laugh about it, you eat it, and you go to bed. Mom, can you read me a bedtime story? I've been a good boy. But as an adult, I tried to steal a candy bar the other day. I had a nervous breakdown in the grocery store line. I'm like, I'm a horrible person. I can't do this. I put it back. It's not fun. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of sad that goes away. I get sad when you become an adult and it's like that mischievous fun, like that getting away with like crazy shit. It's over. No, you're gonna go to jail if you steal a candy bar as an adult. You're mischievous, you're criminal, fun. Stealing mom's car to go on a joyride. You can't do that anymore. You can't go to your parents' house as an adult, drive to your parents' house 30 minutes away, go in their house, take your mom's car keys, and take the car secretly and go out all night. Uh, your parents are going to think a criminal broke in their house and they stole the car, and the cops will shoot you when they find you. And B, you can't be gone out all night as a married man. I did that once a couple years ago. Oh my God. You ever seen fire come out of a Latina? Well, I have. They are part dragon, especially when you piss them off too much. And so uh, I miss the criminal. I miss the mischievousness of living. I agree with not shaking babies, but I think we should shake people who walk by themselves outside, not around people with a mask on. Sounding Republican? Am I sounding that? I don't think so. I think this is just, hey, you're out. I'm driving, and this guy, he's out on the sidewalk. No one's fucking around for miles, just cars driving by. And he's got the fucking mask on. I don't know why it pisses me off, but I just want to roll down the window and say, guy, I'm the biggest fucking dumb shit out there. And I'm telling you that you are way dumber than me because you got a fucking mask on in the middle of nowhere and it's not even fucking Halloween time. I should do that sometime. But see, as an adult, doing that mischievous, yelling, crazy shit, you get arrested. Oh, I got the guy's license plate. Yeah, he said a racial slur. That's all they gotta say. They can lie and say, hey, I think this, it could be an Asian guy. You don't even mean for it to be an Asian guy. You're just mad at the fact he has a mask on. It has nothing to do with his race. But you scream something like that, hey, fucking man, you use that kind of tone, looking like this, the cops are gonna pull me over and go, yeah, right, you didn't mean to be a racial slur. And I might be on CNN like, you know, how's the fucking defendant plead? You know, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be a good look for me. And I don't want my son to go through that. I mean, the wife, she'd love for that to happen. Oh, I gotta leave you. You're too controversial. Well, hello, Black Doctor. So I uh, I can't I can't do the things I used to do as a kid. We used to throw. I've talked about this on the podcast before. We used to throw shit at like when we were in high school at like middle school kids riding their fucking scooters and stuff. I mean, we used to do crazy shit. And then as you get older, you have this thing called like morals, and you have like fucking responsibilities and like people looking at you as like a role model. That's the crazy. When you have a kid, they're like, eh, for a little bit until they get older and they realize you're fucking just a dipshit. But for a little bit, they're like, this guy. And my son looks at me like, this guy is just fucking, just the greatest guy in the world. He's so fucking cool. Wow. And he's so funny. And I got the coolest car. And yeah. And then as they get older, they see you picking your nose in the car and fucking bite your fingernails and fucking talking about money problems. And they realize you always talk about losing weight, but you never lose weight. They catch on the bullshit. And luckily, my son's getting to that phase. I've been waiting for him to catch on the bullshit, and then I could just be myself. you know. Daddy, what's that smell? It's fucking marijuana. You know what it is, asshole. You told your mother. I I haven't been paying attention to the news. I would rather not see the nuke coming than watch the news be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My neck hurts. Dead. You know what I mean? I'd rather just be like, oh, my mom was right. Gardening is cool, and then bam, I'm dead. when you die, wouldn't you rather not see it coming? The cancer, horrible. Um, Drowning, horrible. Being lit on fire, horrible. Dying in your sleep, good. Get hit by a train and immediately dying, great. Just something that's not, it's just quick and easy, and you're on your way, you know? And let's hope there's something on the next side. I really hope. I hope there's a fucking whatever. I hope there's like a party. I hope there's something. If we die and just go on the ground, I'm gonna be so disappointed. That's why we're sticking with the comedy. Okay, that's the only reason. I was like, if this is it, at least I tried something. You know what I'm talking about. My son asked me what the best skin tone was, and I go black, obviously. Kids, right? I want to go to Greece. It's a country. Tell my wife I need to check your bag. When she's packing, I'm checking it. You know why? Because we're going to Greece. Only thongs allowed. If I see one pair of fucking granny panties in that bag, you're out. See ya. Bon voyage. You ain't coming on the trip. And that goes for me too. I'm wearing thongs in Greece. It's a party, guy. We are bugging, okay, on the beach, having a good time, drinking what Greece people drink, which I have no idea. And this ain't the Joe Rogan podcast. I don't have a guy named Jamie who looks goofy as fuck, bring up a bunch of knowledge. That guy sounds like a robot. Jamie, pull it up. Okay, no problem, Rogan. I need a robot guy. Give me a robot white guy. Make him black, actually, because I want to be racist. I want to go to Greece. I want to party like a European, aka drink with a thong on. You call me weird, I call me not boring. And who the fuck doesn't want to eat a euro on a beach? Gas is so expensive, my son thinks our car has a 3-gallon tank. Daddy, is it normal for the light to be on? I was thinking about this the other day. I lost my virginity in a church parking lot. Yeah, we went to go get coffee, and she was like, drive around. I'm like, all right. And she's like, turn here, and turn here. I'm like, oh, we're going somewhere. Hey, okay. She's like, oh, turn in this parking lot. Fucking huge cross. I'm like, oh, God. What did I get myself into? I'm not even dressed nice. Your church service, I'm wearing sandals. And she's like, park the car. No one's there. I'm like, what the? We're that early? Oh, church is gonna be that long now? Definitely dating someone else. And I put it in park. And immediately I turn, she just jumps at me. I'm like, oh my God. I was so taken back and so like, hey, we're in public. This is kind of odd that it just like, she rode like a soft noodle. You know what I mean? Like one of those noodles your wife says, hey, is the pasta done? You know what I mean? It was, it was a nervous penis, but I guess that counts, right? Talking about a twist ending, right? I'm not retired, but my wife thinks I am. I was listening to Justin Bieber. He has a line in his song Intentions. Shout out to your mom and dad for making you. Standing ovation, you did a great job raising you. Oh yeah, this is what every dad wants to hear. It's uh it's 3 a.m. and Justin's talking about banging your daughter. Good job, Justin. Amazon's Alexa has a new setting to make her less annoying. Better whisper this one. Wish my wife had this. I like to shave my chest. I like to see the hair grow back. Makes me feel young again. Creep. Wife is training to be a nurse, which means I should train myself not to talk back. Nurses can kill people without people knowing. Oh, yes, we'll go to your mother's for the fourth weekend in a row. No problem. If you wear sunglasses when it's not sunny out, you have low self esteem or you're hungover. Or both. I watched this documentary called 14 Peaks last night. It's about a man who climbs the 14 tallest mountains in the world in just 6 months. So inspirational. I ended up setting my alarm for 5 a.m. I told myself, if he can do this, then I can go for a jog in the morning. The next day, my alarm went off in the morning, and I realized I should watch a documentary on sleeping. My friends will still say, I can't believe you're a dad. I'm like, I'm not that ugly. She was drunk. It was St. Patrick's Day. Give me a break. You know how hard it is to get a chick pregnant on St. Patrick's Day? It's hard. It's soft. It's hard. It's soft. It's shot. It went. It goes. It goes. I love how adult sites ask you, what's your birthday before entering? Hey, are you 21 years old? No. I mean, I guess so they realize, hey, the kid's old enough to go in if he can lie and say he's 21, right? Like a really young kid's gonna be like, oh no, I'm not 21. I better not go on this. You know what I mean? It's stupid though, because once you hit like 10 and you realize you can lie, it's over. The kids are seeing shit they shouldn't be seeing. That's why my kid will never go on an iPhone or an iPad. I'm growing him up to be Amish. Oh yeah, we're doing everything in front of him, but he has to wear the clothes. He has to make everything out of fucking wood. He can't go on electronics. He can't have soda. We're growing him up to be a good boy, a proper boy, a church going boy. Weird encounter with the neighbor the other day. This part of the podcast is not a joke. I live in an apartment with weird people, okay? And I got the windows closed. I'm still freaked out talking about this, okay, guy? The upstairs neighbor, nice going lady, but a little kooky, okay? A little over the top with the religion. She asked me, hey, what were the people like that used to live up there, before me? I go, whatever, their family. She's like, I feel like there was a murder here. I'm gonna get a police report. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm never getting high outside my door again. And she goes, but no big deal. I rinsed the walls of its sin. Guy, we were having a leak in my bathroom in our room. How about we don't rinse the walls? We have to get the whole roof fixed. You're trying to figure out where's this leak coming from? And then I talked to this lady later on. Oh yeah, I know where it came from. So I see this kooky neighbor, and she's dragging this box, okay? But her back's turned to me and my son. We're walking up the path to our door, and we're walking by, and I gotta say something. Right? You don't just walk by someone with their back turned to you and not say anything. And I go, oh, hey, good afternoon. She's like, oh my God. She jumped back. She like, my son even thought that was weird. When a 9-year-old thinks it's weird, okay? We go up to the door, and I'm at my door, and I hear the lady at the stairs. She goes, excuse me, sir? No, she called me gentleman. Excuse me, gentleman. That's when you know someone's kooky. When they call you a gentleman, you're not even holding up a door. You're trying to get in your door. Can you dump this box? Well, I gotta say no. I'm not gonna be like, fuck no, you're weird. What if I said that? That's what you do as a kid you do mischievous things like that, and then you run inside your house and play video games, and then your mom asks you, "Hey, did you say something weird to the neighbor?" You say, "Nah, she's weird," and then she blinks you because she is weird. You don't do like that because you got morals as an adult. Oh, yeah, I'll help you. I go. I don't know if there's a dead body in it or not. I check. There's not. And I gotta pick up the box. I can't pick it up. I'm like, I can't pick it up. She's like, drag it. I'm like, so I'm dragging this box. Okay, I'm dragging this box. And as I'm dragging the box, the lady's standing next to me on the way to the trash can. I swear to God, I am not even kidding. I realize she's talking to herself, and she's doing this with her hands. And I see this car. There's some mailboxes on the way to the trash can. There's this car parked up there because they're getting their mail, right? And the car has like the paint is coming off, right? And she goes up to the paint. I swear to God, I'm not even kidding you. I swear on like all my dead family members, she goes like this, zing, 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 over that. And the lady's getting her mail. She's not paying attention. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is not religion. This is schizophrenia. You know, this is something crazy, right? I love living in a fucking, I was gonna say podcast. I love living in an apartment. Really gotta get out. It's fucking California though, you know. You can't move away because the kid's like, I got friend share. Why don't? Let's go. um, so I get to the trash can, I dump everything, and I go like I go to give the lady a high five, like, you know, no problem, dump your trash. Like, woo, got that done. 'Cause it was a lot of shit in there. And it smelled. And she shakes my hands like this. This is normal. Who shakes hands like that except a guy that's trying to buy your soul? And so, and then as she's holding my hand, she goes, "Are you willing to testify?" Testify? I'm thinking it's like a God thing. Like, oh, yeah, sure, whatever. Love him. And I go, testify. And she goes, yeah, well, you told me no one lived upstairs for 3 months, and the office is trying to tell me it was only 15 days. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, Jesus Christ, you don't want to say that outside out loud in front of this person, right? And then I said something slick like, well, maybe they were renting the place still, but weren't living there. And that kind of shut her up. But now I might have to go to court, so I'm going to testify for this kook. So I said that with a K. So, anyways, weird experience. I thought I had a curse on me for a minute, but then I thought, you know what? I helped her out. If I didn't help her out and just ignored her or did the kid thing, said, fuck you, bitch, and then run in, she would have put a hex on me, and I don't need any more hexes. I feel like I've already got a couple hex, you know, the baldness, the smallness down here, the tits, you know what I mean? I mean, what else? You know, I can't take anything else. I need some breaks here. So we helped out the kooky lady. We're running out of time here. Let's save the rest of what I was going to talk about for. Let's do this as I talk out loud and save time. I got some news articles I want to go over with you guys. Some crazy things. Okay. So we're gonna save what I was gonna talk about. I got some other crazy shit I gotta tell you guys. We'll save that for next week, episode 229. But I want to get to the news articles, but quickly I gotta get this in, or my producer will seriously kill me. Okay, he already wants to kill me, but I gotta get this in. Silver Tongue Audio, you gotta get there. Okay, they're actually my only sponsor of the podcast. That's why we gotta get this out. Okay, and it's a dope fucking site. I'm about to tell you about. Silver Tongue Audio, go to their site, silvertongueaudio.org. First off, their .org. That's cool. There's not too many .orgs out there. And actually, hold up. I think they're a .com. I'm tripping. Silvertongueaudio.com. Or maybe it is org. Try either one. Just, you know what? Go to Ask Jeeves, if that fucking butler's still around, and ask him, what's Silver Tongue Audio? And he'll show you, okay? Right this way, sir. And you click on the site and you'll see why it's such a great website. They offer free entertainment. They offer free downloads of podcasts. Yeah, Where else could you get that? Oh, Spotify. No, you got to listen to ads. These are ad free. The only ad you'll hear is one per podcast about Silver Tongue. And then you're off for the races, having a gay old time, a good old time, a swell old time, listening to free podcasts as you work the job you fucking hate. That's what we do. We go to a day job, we listen to podcasts in one ear, do the work in the other, and we count down the hours until we go home and be with the people we love. And when you go to Silver Tongue Audio, you will see that there's some entertaining podcasts. Of course, mine's on there, Midnight in the Bay. All the episodes free right there, and we're gonna re-release some of the early ones because I used to play like fucking actual music, not like a friend's made music, like actual like Ozzy Osbourne, Metallica, like Lady Gaga, and no Lady Gaga, and I love Lady Gaga for her acting though, yeah, right, for her nose job, oh, great one. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm dead. And I'm back. We're gonna re-release the new episodes. They're coming shortly. Just gotta take out the music, the copyrighted music. Sorry, Universal. But most of my episodes are there. So, and then you got fucking Dazed and Disturbed. It's a great podcast, a fun one. This guy, he gets a little, oh, love you, Grandma. And he talks about dark subjects and kind of puts a fun twist on it. It's great. It's entertaining. Dazed and Disturbed. And then go to Silver Tongue Audio, or then go over and check out the podcast NPC podcast, the non-player character podcast. It's about 4 hosts. They talk about video games, and they also talk about addiction, something we have no idea what it is. What is addiction? I have no idea. I've definitely never smoked cigarettes and drank and smoked and this and that. No, never had an issue with it, right? Oh yeah, well you're in denial. That's the first step of an addiction, and it's something you'll learn about at Silver Tongue Audio. So go there, check out these podcasts. I love you. Okay, now for the news. Gunu. I think this guy is a rapper. Gunu. Fans react to seeing his body standing on stage at a club for a funeral. Did you see this? This is the most awesome thing I've ever seen. Definitely not weird. His body, his people, I don't know if it was parents or his friends, had to be friends. Parents don't do this. Dressed him up, his body, and put him on stage at a club. And they're partying with Weekend at Bernie's on the stage. Guy, I want this for my funeral. I told my wife immediately when I saw this video, hey, people might find it weird, but at the same time, I want my funeral to be fun, not sad. You fucking dead. No, let's celebrate, let's party, because that's what I'm about. And so I thought this was the coolest thing, but definitely kind of weird. Yeah, okay, let's get out of here. That's a dead body. Her husband's best man proclaimed his love for her in a speech at her wedding, and now the pair are married. Some dude, I heard about this. Some dude was not just a dude, a best man of a wedding is giving the speech. Hey, love the crab cakes. Good to see you, Grandma G. Hey, Billy got out of rehab, huh? Yeah, I love the drinks. Did I mention that? And then he's up there. Probably drank too much. Karen? Because you know her name's Karen. Look at her face. I fucking love you, girl. Fuck this douchebag. Everyone's like, what the fuck? Fuck this dude, you know? Hopefully it was civilized white people, not Italians, right? Or the guy probably would have got. Actually, you know it was, because if this is a New Jersey wedding, that guy would have made out of the wedding alive. You know, they would have beat the shit out of him. This guy proclaimed his love for the bride. She left, he left, and now they're getting married. God, I feel bad for the groom. Let me tell you, that's embarrassing. I'd get hammered. But also, why not just wait till after the wedding to say something? Why has it got to be so dramatic? Because the guy was probably drunk, right? Crazy. I mean, yeah, if that happened to me, I'd probably kill them both. House approves bill to legalize marijuana. Guy, you know there was a bunch of stoners that were like, "Oh my God, weed is legal nationwide." I ain't talking about an insurance commercial. And then someone a couple of days, like sober, knocks on the door. Hey, what's up, dude? And the stoner's like, "Did you hear about the weed at truck illegal, man? We've been smoking at schools all fucking week." And the sober friend just goes like, "Well, you know it's got to be passed through the Senate before it becomes legal." What? It's got to become a ghost? I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was legal. Lucky Charms cereal causes vomiting and diarrhea. No shit. Next. Inside Putin's cancer checkups and deer antler bloodbaths? What is this guy? A fucking vampire? This guy takes deer antler bloodbaths. Oh, yeah, that's normal. Hey, by the way, at my funeral, I want to be in deer antler blood. This guy, he's got so much power that it's gotten to his head. He's like, this power feels so good, I gotta stay alive forever. And he's doing weird shit. And the sad part is he's just gonna die like the rest of us, and he's gonna realize on his deathbed, that was really stupid fucking taking baths of deer antler blood. I want to be next to him like, I don't understand what he said, but I think he realized he was a dumb fuck. That is intimidating though. I bet you it's a lie, you know? I found out my gynecologist was my secret dad, and he knew it. Half siblings claim fraternity fraud. Oh my god. This is horrifying. You go to a man, an OB, a GYN. You go and you're like, hey, listen, doc, the vagina I got, it's killing me. Tell me what's up. And he's like, I can see you got a vagina killing you, but guess what? I'm your dad. You know how shocking that's gonna be? And her vagina probably went like this. You know what I mean? That is the most obscure thing. By the way, kind of her fault. I don't think he knew, you know? No one wants to look at their daughter vagina, but she's saying he knew, right? Her lawsuit, which was filed in September, seeks unspecific damages, also charges Wortman with medical malpractice, lack of informed consent, battery, fraud, negligence, emotional distress, um, admitted a gross one. You guys reading along with me? Um, wow. But then the lady at the same time says claims the doctor whom her family once revered, sorry, as a miracle worker, intimidated her unexpected mother with his sperm in 1985. As a result of an alleged semen scam, she was born. My mind is blown right now. I have never heard this before, and also I want to ask my dad. Did you do this to my mom? Because you guys hated each other. Wow, this fucking doctor. This lady picked the wrong doctor. But also, you should be grateful for this guy. He gave you life in a weird way, but he gave you life. You know. Couple who were high school sweethearts agreed to play Mortman $50 3 times a month in exchange for anonymous. Ah, okay. So he was supposed to put different. He was supposed to put student sperm, but instead he gave his sperm. That's a cocky dude. That's a cocky dude. He's like, my cum's better than a 19-year-old. Nope, nope, it's not. But this guy did it anyways. So at the age of 8, that woman that hired this guy to be the vagina doctor learned that she was conceived through the help of a sperm donor. So that's weird to tell an 8-year-old, hey, this is how mommy got pregnant. She must have overheard on the phone or something, right? Like, hey, why is your daughter so weird? Oh, she's a sperm from a frat kid. Uh, yeah, I'm reading this as because, I don't read before I talk about something because I'm not a professional, but this is the weirdest thing. She looks pretty upset, but, learn how to pick a doctor. Um, so she found out that the doctor is Jewish, and she's Jewish. So that's got to mean he's the dad. During the DNA research, the woman also found out she had a half sibling, a guy. She was probably disappointed with that. Why can't it be a sister? Then the five of us at the same thing. Okay, so they did math. I mean, it just seems like these people didn't have a hobby, and they had to go through all this. That guy looks like the doctor. Whoa. Like his look though, bald beard, nice dude. So basically, this lady's never gonna go to a doctor again. That's basically how it ends up. Great story. I always like to end with an awkward story. I don't know if you watched the last episode, but I didn't realize, a woman getting mauled by a dog was pretty upsetting. So I gotta talk to my producer, who is a 9-year-old, and get some different articles up. But I always have fun with the awkward moments. I'm a comedian, and I am used to them. Guy, thank you for listening and watching me. Tune in for more content on my Instagram, _AlexWoodyComedy. And I'll be back next Monday. Yeah. Love you. Yeah, white guys can dance. Yeah, white guys can. Okay, I'm done.